More money chasing fewer goods always means higher prices. So instead of creating cash, we need to create more of what cash buys. Now, though, in the time when energy prices are rising, the last thing we need is a new tax increase on our people. Look what is happening in Newfoundland. According to the Newfoundland Premier, he said, and I'm quoting, a Liberal, "A year ago today, the maximum price of furnace oil in the province was 97 cents per litre. Today, the price is $1.55, which is an increase of nearly 60%. Your proposed federal carbon tax increase on furnace oil would result in an additional 17 cents plus HST. Wow. Added to today's price, the carbon tax would result in a total cost increase of 80% compared to 1 year ago." End quote. That is from a Liberal Premier. Similar problems are raging right across Atlantic Canada, where 40% of people are living in energy poverty in Canada, in a G7 energy-producing country. That is the result of 70 years of this Liberal government. Similar crises are emerging across the country. One energy analyst said Canadians can expect price increases on their home heating of 100%, all to pay for a plan to triple the carbon tax on Canadians. And by the way, the carbon tax has not worked to reduce emissions. The government has failed to hit a single solitary climate target with its tax so far. Yesterday, the Prime Minister was out saying, "I know I haven't hit any of my promises, but I promise to hit them in the future, and this time I promise not to break that promise."
Third time's the charm.
I'll tell you one thing, I'm not prepared to gamble on that. I'm not prepared to watch Canadian seniors living in rural Newfoundland and Labrador, living in Nova Scotia, who are forced to heat with oil and propane, to pay a 100% increase in their home heating bill because the Prime Minister is promising not to break his promise, which he's broken every time he's ever made it before. That is not a bet I'm prepared to make. And so I'm calling on this government to allow its members from these rural communities to vote with us on this motion. Put aside the centralized control of this tax-hungry Prime Minister and vote with us in favor of this motion. If they cannot be disabused of their ideological obsession with taxing Canadians to punish them for the carbon tax, at the very least, will they, in the spirit of nonpartisanship and compromise, at least take the tax off home heating? As winter is coming, as the cold is soon to be upon us, as Canadians will soon be forced into the decision between heating and eating, will they at least have the compassion to side with this common sense coalition? Will they break off with their costly coalition with the NDP, stop punishing Canadians, and will they finally end the high-carbon hypocrisy which sees a Prime Minister jetting around the country in a private aircraft, including flying down to Costa Rica for a sunny vacation right in the middle of the summer? When the winter is upon us, when people are not even worried about being on beaches, let's not tax them. Let's allow them to heat their home here in our country. Thank you.